My theory is confirmed. 8 days in Vegas is too long. I'm happily back in San Francisco with a couple 49ers theories for you. Here, I have a couple minutes because I checked the bag. You have to check a bag when you're covering a Super Bowl for 8 days if you want some clean clothes. But before that bag gets the baggage claim, why don't we talk about the top reasons why the 49ers lost this game and give you maybe a little bit of a salary cap update just to set the table for what's on tap this week. But the top two reasons, as far as, just the objective tracking of expected points, the top two reasons behind the 49ers loss were their two fumbles. The one that hit Darrell Luter, the punt, that turned into the free-for-all. Ray McCloud couldn't quite dive on it. Would have been a great recovery by Ray McCloud, but unfortunately terrible break for the 49ers. That obviously was a killer. That joins the list of horrific special teams plays that have cost the 49ers in huge games. And I mean, it was one where you just have to feel that you're a snake bit if you're San Francisco. Then two, Christian McCaffrey's fumble early on. Both of those two plays, both of those fumbles, lost the 49ers over 5 expected points of value. And this was a game that went into overtime, so it was tied then at the end of regulation. Analytics will tell you that if neither of those two fumbles had happened, 49ers would win this game by 10 points or so. So there was that. There was the Dre Greenlaw injury, because you didn't have Kansas City able to deliver anything offensively on a consistent basis on those short crossing routes over the middle while Dre Greenlaw was still in the game. And then you saw the Chiefs picking on Oren Burks. 9 targets, 9 receptions against Oren Burks. That was absolutely brutal. So, I look at those really 3 things, those 2 fumbles plus that 1 injury, that those are the junctures where the 49ers lost the most ground in this football game. And we could break this down in so many different ways. Obviously, this is more than just one play. The 9 pressures that the 49ers gave up clean on blitzes from Steve Spagnuolo, which included a breakdown from Spencer Burford and a really good blitz from Trent McDuffie on those 2 key third downs there at the end of regulation and in overtime. That's something the 49ers absolutely have to address heading into this offseason. They have to improve the offensive line. I've been saying that since 2019. And they're going to have to be, I think, very creative within the context of the salary cap in order to do that. Why is that? Well, because the 49ers, they're going to roll over about $38 million in salary cap space that they opened up when they restructured all those contracts before week 1, but they're still going to be right up near the limit. And obviously Brandon Ayuk is going to need a new contract, and they only have about 45 guys currently under contract for 2024. So the key for the 49ers is going to be to play the Tetris game efficiently enough, decide who you're going to bring back. Chase Young is probably headlining unrestricted free agent, but then Juwan Jennings is a restricted free agent, so you have to decide what you're going to tender him entering this year. So you have to fill holes and take care of guys as it makes sense financially. And then that draft, 11 picks for the 49ers in the draft this year. That's going to be a key draft to replenish the pipeline with not just youthful talent, but also talent that is cost controlled, that can fit within the 49ers cost structure. So I'm going to delve into this offseason and all the organizational strategies that the 49ers are going to bring to the table again. They've obviously built a very good, sustainable roster so far with it, and they're going to have to continue to hit on these draft picks and on these moves this offseason. Next up, 49ers locker room clean out tomorrow, so we'll be heading down to Santa Clara. But did want to update you that I am back from Vegas. This is SFO, much nicer airport than Las Vegas. I did survive the trip. Now we'll see if the 49ers survive that bitter ending, that agonizing ending to the season.